Hello Capricorn, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. Today I will be doing a money and career reading for you. Please remember that this is a general reading. It is not a personal read. Take what's for you, leave the rest, but stick around long enough to know the difference. Also, it is timeless. Take the energy from when you see the read to a few weeks out. We are going to be pulling a Wisdom of the Oracle to start you off. See where your head's at possibly, what you've been focusing on, and whether that be a good thing or a bad thing. All right, let's see what's going on for Capricorn. We have tick tock. Tick tock. Feeling like time's slipping away from you. Being on a time limit of some sort. Feeling like it's getting away from you, with age possibly, feeling like you should be in a better place by now, at this point in the game, feeling like maybe things that you had planned to be done by now are like not even started yet. Just feels like time's slipping away a little bit here. Let's see. It's not really slipping away, but I feel like that's how you feel. Time is endless, and sometimes we'll feel like, if we've set certain goals by certain ages or by certain, say, oh, in the next 2 years, blah, 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 or in the next 10 years, and 10 years comes up and it's like, wow, where'd this time go? All right. Tick-tock. Essential meanings: timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. The Oracle's message: when humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People who come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Your prosperity message: your prosperity is co-created by your endeavors as they occur in human-made time, and the eternal efforts of your most important manifestation partner, Spirit, in a divine, measureless time. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive and make a commitment to remain in high vibration thoughts and feelings. If you heed the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling and your highest good in no time at all, like magic. So what's all the fuss about? Not having enough time. The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. Yeah, it goes right back to what I was feeling. You've placed time limits upon yourself as to what is how long it should take you to do this or that, but everybody has to go through things in their own time, and aside from your agenda, other things in life come in and they cause that to alter, that timeline to alter, and you've got to understand that it's just going to happen. It's life, right? Doesn't mean you're not going to get there. In fact, something miraculous could happen and just boost you right where you need to be. All right, Capricorn, let's get into the body of your read at this time. We have the Emperor in the reverse. Definitely how you're feeling. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Came out together. Yes, you we're expecting some things to happen by now. The Seven of Pentacles is about planting roots, right, and watching them grow. It seems like you're focused more on what is happening over here and not knowing that the seed that you originally planted, it really is taking root. You can't, it's hard to say. Like, it feels like a root vegetable, right? You can't tell what's going on under the ground. It could be massive. It could be bigger than you ever imagined, but it might have a little top, right? So you don't know what's really going on under there until you dig it up, until you get to the end of it. And with the Emperor in the reverse, it's kind of like feeling like you're not good at some stuff, like you're not good at organizing, like you think that you are at the time you're happening, but that you're doing it. But it feels, it seems like with this, you can't see your outcome in view yet. So you're feeling like you're not doing the right things, or feeling like you're not accomplishing anything. But in reality, you are, okay? Let's see what else for Capricorn. You're not really feeling yourself. You're I feel like some of you need to start a business. Some of you are not going to be ever happy. You're never going to accomplish what you want until you're working for yourself, right? Until you're not putting your time into a low-paying job somewhere, or even if it's a good-paying job, it's just like you're contributing all your efforts for somebody else to get rich, and it's not contributing to your well-being for your future. You have the Eight of Cups in the reverse here. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from things, leaving things. This also feels like within the reverse, this could be in the past. You may have walked away before you were to the point that you were seeing your accomplishments are coming. So I feel like telling you this is what may have went on before. You may have walked away from something, gave up on something because it just didn't feel like it was going the right way. I feel like saying don't give up. I feel like this is your past, right? This is the past. You keep walking away with it in the reverse. I don't always feel this way, but I feel like right here, this is in the past. And it's a warning to not go that path you normally do, where you just whatever, throw your hands in the air and start something new before that's ended, right? Kind of a warning here that you're kind of not anxious. Well, anxious, I guess, would be a good word for it too. But I feel like impatient, too impatient to see something blow up, right? That you may stop, or it's like stop. You think a plant is dying, so you stop watering it, right? And you just get, well, obviously it's not living. I'll just leave it alone. But in reality, under the ground, the roots are taking, they're growing. They just haven't showed signs of it yet, right? Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Page of Wands and Strength. Okay. This Four of Pentacles, I feel like someone, I always feel like with the Four of Pentacles is that you're trying to hold something down. You're holding on to some things. And with this Ten of Swords coming out beside it here in the same energy, I feel like maybe holding on to the failures of the past, possibly, right? Maybe things didn't go your way, so now you're thinking negatively, and you keep trying, though. You feel like you're being positive because you get up and you try again, but maybe you're giving up too soon. I feel like, but so you don't realize that, so you keep on redoing, restarting something else, start something else, or restarting the same thing, and not nurturing what you've started to begin with, putting enough energy into it, leaving situations before they take root enough for you to see it. I do feel like this is like stabbing yourself in the back. Okay, I feel like it's you need to stop, and you need to hold on to whatever it is you're working on right now, whether it be a business, if there's some kind of hobby that you're trying to turn into a business, if there's a job and you're like, this isn't going anywhere, you haven't given it enough time, something is going to come through here. I also want to say, do not quit one job. Someone here keeps quitting a job before they've got another one. And that puts you in these time lapses. Well, I can just get another job. Because you don't remember that the last time it took a couple of months before you got a job, right? And then you were in dire straits and had to get government help or whatever the heck you had to do to survive at that time. Just know that sure, there's signs everywhere. That doesn't mean that they're going to hire you on the spot. I hear that a lot. You know, all these places have application signs up and all that, and then you apply and nobody ever calls. I'm hearing that a lot over the past few years. Like, you know, you got all these signs, every other building or every building has a help wanted on it, but when you apply, you don't hear anything back, or there's open interviews and 20 of you go in and half of them are your friends, and you're like, and nobody gets called, you know, you're like, so what are they doing here? So just be mindful of that. Don't give up on something until you've got something else into place, okay? As far as jobs go, I feel like there may be a slump in the middle if you do that. Also, don't give up on something too soon, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, you might learn something at that job or learn something in that experience to help you to be a better worker or whatever. But I do feel like this could also be about you holding on to these failures and really thinking if you don't see signs quick enough, that means it's going to fail because it failed before. But the reason it failed before is because you gave up, right? Okay, you have the Page of Wands. Pages are messages. This is something to do with growth. This could be this reading itself, learning something about yourself and maybe about your situation. I do feel like you need to stop and watch. Also, I'm looking at the card. He's looking at the top of this wand and the growth, the leaves that are starting to grow there. I feel like stop in place, take your time. I'm going to put this over here because it's kind of in between. The giving up. Don't give up. Keep going until you see some growth, because it will happen. You're just not giving it enough time. And then you have the Strength card here. Some of you may end up in a weak spot where you feel like, you know, this isn't happening. I'm putting money and time and effort into this, and it's not beginning to show me anything. You need to stand strong, and you need to keep on going on the route that you're going. Okay. I just feel like giving up, and trying to go on to something bigger, better, newer, when that could have been the biggest thing you ever did, but you let it go. And this causes your agenda to keep moving, you know, farther out to when you get your success, right? There may be something you need to learn about as well with this Page of Wands. You might start seeing signs. You're not noticing them. There's signs pointing you in the direction of maybe re-educating yourself or educating you more for what it is that you want to do, right? Or what job you want. And I also feel like with this Strength card, if you look at it, she's very comfortable with this lion, right? She's very comfortable touching him around his mouth. I feel like trusting. Trust in the system. I don't want to say the system. Trust in spirit to help you through everything. Trust that it will begin to grow. Okay? Anything else here for Capricorn at this time? All right. We have the Nine of Cups. Oh, we have the Magician and the Nine of Cups. And they flew over here. I feel like this is going back to these other things that you've had going on in the past here. And didn't give time. The Magician in the reverse, I feel like you wanted to manifest some things in here. You believe that at one point that you could manifest things in, that as long as you put your work in and you aimed high and you believed in it, it would happen. But then it didn't happen. But it was only because you quit too soon. You stopped too soon. You didn't see the things under the surface that were going on, that were moving in your, it takes time to move pieces. Say it's like a chessboard, moving pieces. You got to sit there and really think about it. And this is like spirit. They got to really think about the pattern that will get you the best route, right? I know it sounds, a lot of people may not believe that that's what happens, but it is. Things will work themselves out. Obviously, don't trust in crazy scheme or scam kind of things, which I feel like there may be some of that going on here as well. So be careful of that. get-rich-quick schemes are not going to work out for you. You want something that's going to create a solid foundation for later on. I do believe that as soon as you're beginning to have something that's, and you stop, you change your course with what you've been asking for, trying to manifest in. You do have the Nine of Cups here, and I feel like these in the reverse are, this is past tense, and I feel like this is a cycle that just keeps going around and around with you. Just before you get whatever it is, you have given up already because it takes too much time for you. You've got to either stand solid or just work for a living, right? If you're trying to do business stuff and you don't see something take off right away and you give up, and then you attempt again and you give up, and you attempt again and you give up, just go to work. Just go to work. Because if you're going to keep giving up on your dreams and on what it is that you it's like you clearly see this great future doing something, but then you veer off course because you're not getting the results that you want quick enough. All right, let's which causes your downfall, right? Let's pull some cards for clarity for Capricorn at this time. What else for Capricorn? What do they need to know? Four of Wands in the reverse. Someone may have lost a house due to credit issues. I feel like that may be a goal for someone to buy property or a house. I feel like this is one of those things that you gave up on. You keep, you think you got your ducks in a row and you go apply for loans and it just doesn't work. It doesn't happen. They say that such and such with your credit, or you don't have enough down payment. And instead of just holding off and fixing whatever it is on your credit and holding off and saving up, trying to save up that money, you're just like, what? Okay, never mind. Other people get money, no money down houses, right? Which there are programs, but you got to know where to look, right? I'm not the one to tell you. So I won't even comment on that. I just know that there are. But I feel like this is in the past as well. You were denied. I'm going to put this over here. Denied access to loans for housing, or for it could have been fixing your credit. Death card. And this is made you give up in the past, okay? I feel like someone wanted to start a business. You were trying to do something and you went to try to rent a space out. This could have been with somebody else. You tried to rent a space out and it just was too much. You couldn't do it. So you felt like you kind of I feel like you still tried, but you gave up. You gave up on it eventually because you thought you had to have a storefront kind of thing. That's what you wanted. But in reality, you could have went ahead and went online and did that, right? Went that route first. They're almost obsolete. I feel these little shops. It sucks, but it's true. The death card here, and it's crossing. It came out crossing. I feel like this is definitely an end to this, an end to something. I feel like you need to end this way of thinking. It's so hard, isn't it, when we spend our entire life thinking a certain way or doing things a certain way. It's hard to grow patience where there isn't any. Weary from working a dead-end job, or a job that doesn't have to be dead end. You could be making $100,000 a year or more, and if it doesn't make you happy, then it's a dead end job, because there's no end to it, right? There's no happy ending for you until you retire, and then you're 90 years old, right? Losing your mind. By the time you are unable to enjoy retirement these days, you can't walk anymore. You can't go on those vacations, or you can't spend your free time is sitting in a damn chair somewhere, right? Ace of Wands, crossing, and flew out over here. I feel like this is an iffy thing. Somebody may have asked something just then, and I'll go with aces. I feel like upright is yes, reverse is no, right? But it's crossing. It feels like you want an answer to your question, but it's not black and white. It's not as clear as that. It's not going to be as clear as that, because you have lessons to learn. The possibility that out of all of this, you have some lessons here to learn. And that's why you're not just going to be told what's going on. You're not just going to, that's why you don't get your instant gratification that makes you, I see the light now, and I'll just keep on working on it. Well, oh, wow. It feels like there's a lesson that, in all of this, there's a lesson that you are not learning, okay? And that's why you're not furthering. That's why you're not going further. And it's something you got to find out for yourself, okay? You can be told this, that, and the third, but in your mind, if it doesn't click, then you haven't learned the lesson, right? Anything else here for Capricorn? I feel like telling somebody, if you are trying to go for a car or a I know at certain times it can be desperate and you need it right now. But if you are working, working on something, don't give up on it. I feel like saying to get that credit limit maybe a little higher. There are financial advisors that may be able to tell you what it is that you need to do and where exactly you got to be at for down payments and things like that to get what it is that you want, instead of just guessing. I feel like someone is just taking people's words for it that may have never bought anything like that, or not in the regular traditional way. So they are giving you false advice, right? They don't mean to, but they're not, I gotta turn this over. I felt like I needed to, and then I was like, We have the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck, overshadowing the read. Sometimes I'll begin to flip it, and I'll just catch a glimpse of something. I didn't even know what it was. I just knew it was cups. And this is about choices. It's definitely the choices you've been making. You need to think more clearly on them. And here you have the Strength here that came out, popping out over here, and it's in the reverse. Don't let weak moments define the outcome of something. Don't, when your mind starts to think negatively because you're not seeing the results, don't give up altogether. That's when it seems to be at the time when you get weak, is when you start looking at the clock, you start looking at the agenda that you set up and the time frames you wanted. Let go of the time. Let go of it. You've got your whole entire life to get things done that you need done, right? To get it done the right way. Do it right the first time. Don't wait until you're 90, right? Or you're never going to enjoy your life. Wow. Okay. Let's pull a few message cards here for Capricorn. Dragonfly. You bring light to this world. Somebody's feeling a little depressed, possibly. Needs to have some words of encouragement. Don't get down on yourself, even if you know that you've been giving up. All it takes is learning that lesson, right? Learn that you have to be patient. I'm surprised, very surprised, that the Temperance didn't come out here, because I feel like a lot of anxieties and being about getting things done get you down, right? Get you you're very impatient to see the carrot under the ground, right? Because and you think just because you see the little stub of the top of it, the carrot top, that it's something small, when really it's brewing underneath the ground. It's bigger than you thought. Okay, we have the sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Keep going on whatever it is. I'm going to put this up here. I feel like just think about it as endless time. Although you want the fact that you want something instant gratification, you want something now, you want to put, it's not that you put little effort in. I think you put a lot of effort in. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you just have to keep putting that effort in. Stay at the same level of effort that you were in the beginning of things. Don't let it teeter out because you're not seeing the results yet, okay? Because that seems to be your downfall here. Wait a minute. Hold on. At some point, I put the cards together backwards. Okay. We're going to pull a Queen of the Moon Oracle to close your read here, Capricorn. I will not be reading from the book on these. I will just tell you how it makes me feel about your situations, about or anything else that may come up to close here. Something you may have needed to know. What does Capricorn need to know before I close the read at this time? What else do they need to know about this? What else does Capricorn need to know at this time? Oh. All right. We have blossoming and change. Blossoming and change. Things are getting better, okay? Things are progressing. You have the number 33 going into the 35. That is like leaping, jumping. Stick to whatever it is you've started. Go back to the beginning of your original ideas and think about where you stopped working on it at, right? And go from there. Whatever you were doing, I feel like whatever you were doing was working, but you couldn't see the results, so you gave up on it. This could be school, if you quit school, or this could be college courses, if you gave up because you're like, I really don't see what this is going to do for me, for what I want to do for life, right? So you didn't do it, and now you're working at Burger King. So just be mindful. Not that that's a bad job, because they're paying well these days, but you wanted more than that. And I feel like just before you're about to see things, the results of your efforts, then that's when you have given up in the past. I'm going to put this right here on this death card. And I do feel like there's definitely change coming for you. There is something better coming in here. See, they're pushing on the world. If you can see, I don't know if you can see. There she is, pushing back, right? Keep pushing it in the same direction. It's definitely going to work out for you if you do not give up. Okay, learn that lesson that you can't have instant gratification. Things take some time. Especially the good things in life. It takes time to build up to that. Some people get handed things. Let me make sure I say that because somebody thought that. But for the most part of us, we have to build up to that way we appreciate it. Because some people don't appreciate it if they're getting handed everything. All right, Capricorn, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.